You're at a dinner table. One guy pulls up in a brand new luxury car worth $80,000. He orders the most expensive steak, talks loud, tips big. 2 seats over, someone else quietly pays for a $30 meal. No flash, no noise. You later find out he owns 3 rental properties generating $8,000 a month. Same table, completely different reality. Or think about this. Your coworker just financed a designer watch for $12,000. Monthly payments. He keeps checking his wrist like it's a scoreboard. Meanwhile, another colleague wears a basic $50 watch, but invests $2,000 every single month into index funds. One is signaling wealth. The other is building it. Scroll through social media. Private jets, champagne, designer bags, Monday motivation. But what you don't see: the maxed out credit cards, the zero savings, the stress at 3 in the morning when the bills hit. Here's the part that should make you pause. Americans are sitting on over $1 trillion in credit card debt. The average household carries more than $100,000 in total debt. And yet, luxury car sales keep climbing. Designer brands are posting record revenue. Something doesn't add up, because a lot of what looks like wealth is actually just expensive illusion. And once you see the difference, you can't unsee it. Hey, I'm Brian, and I spend way too much time thinking about how people build wealth and how they accidentally destroy it while trying to look like they already have it. Here's what most people don't realize. Nearly 60% of Americans couldn't cover a $1,000 emergency without borrowing money. At the same time, the average new car payment has crossed $700 a month. Read that again. People can't handle a small financial shock, but they're committing to massive monthly obligations just to maintain an image. That's the paradox. We live in a world where looking rich is easier than ever, and actually being rich is getting harder. So people optimize for appearances, not outcomes. They buy symbols instead of assets, attention instead of security. Real wealth whispers. Fake wealth screams. And if you can learn to spot the difference, you'll avoid one of the most common financial traps people fall into without even realizing it. If you think that kind of insight is worth your time, consider subscribing, because this channel is basically peer review for how you think about money, and that might be the highest return investment you ever make. If you're new here and just subscribed, comment your name below. I read every comment and shout out new subscribers in my next video. I do appreciate you joining me on this finance journey. So let's get practical. Here are 10 signs you're not looking at real wealth. You're looking at performance. Number 1. The entry-level luxury trap. Buying the cheapest version of the most expensive brand just to wear the badge. You see it in the parking lot. A base model luxury car. No upgrades, no features, just the logo. Inside, the owner is thinking, at least people know I made it. But here's the reality. They stretched their budget to hit the minimum entry price, maybe $50,000, when a reliable $25,000 car would have done the job just as well. The psychology is simple. Status signaling beats financial logic. The badge matters more than the balance sheet. The consequence? Higher payments, higher insurance, higher maintenance, lower flexibility. Fake rich buys the label. Real wealth buys utility and invests the difference. If the logo is the main feature, that's the tell. Number 2. Constant money talk. They always steer conversations toward money, especially money they're about to make. You're at a casual hangout. Someone says, "Yeah, I've got a deal coming. Should bring in like $20,000 next month." Next month comes. Silence. But now there's a new big opportunity. This isn't confidence. It's projection. Psychologically, talking about future money gives the same dopamine hit as actually earning it. So they keep talking instead of producing. The consequence? No track record, no consistency, just a cycle of hype and disappointment. Fake rich talks about what's coming. Real wealth talks about what's already working, or says nothing at all. If it's always almost there, it's probably nowhere. Number 3. Designer items that cost more than their bank account. Using luxury purchases as a costume for success that hasn't arrived yet. You meet someone with a $5,000 bag, designer shoes, maybe a $10,000 outfit, but behind the scenes, their checking account is hovering around $1,000. They've built an image that their finances can't support. Why? Because identity feels more important than reality. If you can look successful, maybe you'll feel successful. But math doesn't care about feelings. The consequence is brutal. Depreciating assets, zero liquidity, constant financial pressure. Fake rich dresses for the life they want others to believe. Real wealth builds the life first, then dresses however they want. If the outfit costs more than the emergency fund, something's off. Number 4. The constant one-upper. Every conversation becomes a competition they have to win. You say, "I just started investing." They respond, "Oh yeah? I've been in crypto since way earlier. Made a lot." You mention a trip. They've taken a better one, stayed somewhere nicer, spent more. This isn't confidence. It's insecurity trying to stay one step ahead. Psychologically, they need to dominate the narrative to protect their image. The consequence? Shallow relationships, no real learning, always performing, never improving. Fake rich needs to win conversations. Real wealth asks questions and gathers information. If everything turns into a flex, it's not wealth. It's defense. Number 5. Social media performance. A curated lifestyle designed for validation, not truth. Scroll their profile. Luxury hotels, fine dining, work hard, play hard. What you don't see: the borrowed car, the discounted stay, the one-time splurge stretched across months of content. It's a highlight reel, funded by short-term decisions. The psychology is addictive. Likes equal validation. Validation feels like success, but it's hollow. The financial consequence? Spending for content instead of investing for future freedom. Fake rich lies for the feed. Real wealth lives for the future. If it needs to be posted to feel real, it probably isn't. Number 6. Leasing luxury cars forever. Perpetual payments with zero ownership. Every 3 years, a new car. $700, $800, sometimes $1,000 a month. But at the end? Nothing. No asset, no equity, just another lease. The internal story is, "I deserve this lifestyle." But the math says otherwise. Over 10 years, that's easily $100,000 spent, with nothing to show for it. Fake rich rents the image. Real wealth either buys strategically or avoids the trap entirely. If the lifestyle resets every 3 years, so does the progress. Number 7. Counterfeit everything. Caring about the logo more than what's behind it. Fake designer belts, fake watches, fake everything. From a distance, it looks the same. Up close, it tells a completely different story. But here's the deeper issue. They're not trying to enjoy quality, they're trying to borrow status. Psychologically, it's pure signaling. The cheapest way to say, "I belong." The consequence isn't just financial, it's identity-based. You're reinforcing a mindset of pretending instead of building. Fake rich copies the appearance. Real wealth doesn't need to imitate anything. If it's fake on the outside, it usually is on the inside too. Number 8. Promoting get-rich-quick schemes. Always chasing the next big opportunity that never delivers. This one is different. This is the one that's going to change everything. You hear it over and over. Crypto flips, forex signals, online courses, promising overnight success. But there's no consistent result, just constant chasing. The psychology? Impatience mixed with desperation. They want the outcome without the process. The consequence is predictable. Lost money, lost time, lost credibility. Fake rich jumps from scheme to scheme. Real wealth commits to boring, repeatable systems. If it sounds like a shortcut, it's probably a detour. Number 9. Condescending money advice. Criticizing others to justify their own decisions. They'll say things like, "I would never waste money like that," while quietly drowning in their own poor financial choices. It's not guidance, it's projection. Psychologically, putting others down creates a temporary sense of superiority, but it doesn't fix the underlying problem. The consequence? No self-awareness, no growth, just louder opinions. Fake rich gives advice to feel smart. Real wealth asks for advice to get smarter. If they talk down more than they build up, pay attention. Number 10. Overdoing it. Too many logos, too much flash, everything turned up to maximum. Designer shirt, designer belt, designer shoes, big watch, loud car. Nothing subtle, everything screaming. It's like they're trying to convince the room and themselves. Psychologically, excess becomes a shield. If you look rich enough, no one will question it. But real wealth doesn't need volume. The consequence? High spending, low substance, constant pressure to maintain the image. Fake rich is loud. Real wealth is controlled. If everything is shouting, it's probably hiding something. Here's the deeper truth. The fake rich optimize for appearances. They measure life by how things look to others. The logo, the car, the Instagram post. Every decision is filtered through the question, will people think I made it? The genuinely wealthy optimize for results. They measure life by how things work for them. Investments, assets, systems that generate freedom. Their life isn't a performance. It's a foundation. Think about that. The choice is yours. Check yourself. Are your spending and your actions building real security, or just a mirage for someone else's eyes? Because in the end, wealth isn't a show. It's a quiet confidence, a freedom that doesn't need validation. Fake wealth screams, real wealth whispers, and the whisper lasts a lifetime. So the next time you see someone flashing money they don't have, remember this. The goal isn't to look rich. The goal is to actually be rich. And that difference? That's everything.